G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel, another video. It's all about black pines today, and you would have seen this little black pine a few times on my channel if you've been following me. It's all about, autumn's all about bud selection, needle plucking. There's 2 times a year to work on black pines, and that's in summer when you decandle the tree, and then in autumn when you bud select and needle pluck. So, and also it's a good time at that time also to restyle, rewire, things like that to the tree. So this tree, I recall we were going to actually end up replanting it on a different angle, which still is in the plans, which is good. And I've got videos on my channel about this tree in the past as well. Hopefully this coming spring I might be able to repot it if I've got the right pot. I have to have a look. But today's about going through the tree, cutting back, doing bud selection. So when I've cut the candle off in summer, in that cut spot I'm going to have multiple new buds, so I've got to cut back to 2. This tree I can see already there's a lot of good strong growth in the top. In the lower area not as strong, so we'll have to have a close look at the lower area in terms of maybe there isn't going to be as many excuse me, many buds to cut back to. So let's try and explore and look around. It's a great little tree. It's got really two possible fronts, but I discussed that last time, but this whole thing leans away unfortunately, whereas this comes forward, the apex. So this is probably the best pick on this side. I think I want it slightly more to this angle, and when I repot it into a new pot and we'll look at it then. Okay, let's get cracking in the top. So I just pretty much, as you've seen in other videos of mine, really what I do is I start at the top and work my way down. Without zooming in, I just come in and have a look, start at the apex. I can see there's 2-3 buds. That's really all there is. There's only 3 in the area. I'm going to cut off the big strong one, and I've left us 2 smaller ones. That's a medium and that's a small. That's all there is there. So unfortunately, not much I can do. Would have liked 2 closer size ones to work with, but it's just what we got, so I've got to cut back to those 2. Let's keep going. Oh, excuse me. So in here I've only got 2 in that spot. Oh no, I've got 3. I've got 3. 1, 2, 3. I might try and cut back to, well, that one's growing on top. So when you've got a bud that's growing on top, when you've got multiple, if one goes on top, cut that one off. If one goes down, cut that one off. You're probably left with the side branches. And that's what we want to try and achieve. So have a look at my other videos on black pines. Would have done a few now in this season, about a bit more detail and close up. But let's just show you working through the tree. So I start at the top, work my way down. Got a nice little back budding here, slightly lower, so I'm going to leave that one. Let's go to this branch. Let's have a look. It's 3, 4. So here I've got 4 in one spot, 2 smaller ones, 2 larger ones. I've cut the 2 larger ones off. I want to cut back to the smallest, I think the smallest buds, because the smaller the buds, more compact the tree will be in the future. Unfortunately, some areas, here for example, there's only 2, which is still good, no big deal, but you don't get to choose, that's all, you just got to leave both. In here there's too many, it's actually quite a lot, so I'm going to try and cut back. So if I hold the branch like this, I can see this one's going to go down and it's heavy. This one's going up and it's heavy. So I've got this nice side one here and I've got a small one in here. Even though they're not that even, I prefer to do that rather than have a really heavy one. So now I've cut back to 2 buds. There's one on the inside here that's only got 2. So I'm going to leave him. All at the same time, I'm just plucking some needles. So what I'm trying to do is just say, if I pluck the needles off, all I'm trying to do is balance this branch with this branch and make sure they've got enough, the same amount of candles, roughly, not candles. Am I saying the right thing? Yes, no, needles. Oh my God. Same amount of needles. Too much black pines. Same amount of needles on each branch, on each bit of branch, right? So I'm going to pluck just to make sure we've got kind of the same amount on each area. That's all. It just means that the plant will distribute energy evenly throughout the tree. So keep working my way through, working Alright, now up to here. Again, 1, 2, 3, the big one, get rid of that one. Pluck a few. Now I'm using my fingers. The experts and professionals probably definitely use tweezers. I just don't have time for tweezers, unfortunately. I can try and get done as much as I can in the weekends that I get to work on trees. So this is a good one. It's got 2 little buds, so we'll leave that one. But then now I've got this big heavy one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which ones are we going to keep? I'll take off the big one on the top and the bottom, and leave the 2 small side ones. So that, I'm hoping you can see that. It's pretty, once you get the flow of it and the hang of it, it's pretty quick to move through a tree and finish it off in a reasonably quick time. So let's go over this side. So I'm working my way, it's still from the top. So I'll just show you. See here there's always 2, there's only 2 that happen, so not much we can do there, so we just leave them, we just needle pluck a little bit. I always try and do a bit of needle plucking to thin out an area. Sometimes there's branches that are not in the right place as well, so I'll look at cutting them off. I'll leave that one for now. There's only 1 bud here, so we've got to leave it, but we'll needle pluck. What are we doing here? There's 3. Cut the one on the top. And they're about small, so it's good to keep them small. Let's go in here, let's have a look. Oh, that's not a good one there, we'll get rid of you. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. There's a bottom one, it's heavy, we'll cut that off. Then you got 2 buds on, 2 buds in there that we can't do much about. So we'll just 1, 2. We've only got 2 there, so we'll just leave that. So did I miss the bit? Yeah, I missed that the back bit now. Let's go to the back. Have a look. There's a big one in there. So left. So that's needle plucking. So 1, 2. Still got 2. Probably needle pluck a little bit more at the top than lower down. They seem to be stronger. Well, I got 2 there. I've got a branch in here that's pretty long. It's just another inside one here. Again, cut back to 2. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a tricky one. So if I wire it like that, they're going to be at the bottom, and they're the longest. And then I'll cut this one in the middle, and I've left the 2 side ones. Okay. So imagine you're going to be wiring that. Where's it going to fit? Where's it going to sit? And then you can cut accordingly. All right. So that's kind of the top done pretty quick. And yeah, I just talked my way through it. Talk the thinking, the thought process through it. Keep going. You know, if you want to keep watching, or you can skip to the end, and pretty much you'll see what I've ended up with. So I always try and cut back to the smallest 2, I guess, that are the most evenly sized. Sometimes I don't get any buds, like I only get 1, so unfortunately I can't do much. So try and cut back to the smallest 2, because you want the smallest tree possible, remember? And you know they're just going to get big and elongate in the future. This is quite a good example. 2 really big heavy ones. I'll just get rid of them. Now I've got like still multiples. Let's get rid of the medium. I've got 3 left. 1, 2. So I might get rid of just to get rid of the top, and I'm left with the 2 small ones. So that's the process. So they're nice and small now. Doesn't look so heavy, that area. So in this area I just need a needle pluck for some reason. There's a bit too many needles. Here I've only got 2, so just needle pluck. Here I've got 4 again, so I'll just pretend, or 5 actually, pretend I'm wiring. Pour it down, the middle one, the down one goes down, off, top one goes off, leave the 2 sides, and the other top one goes off. So you got 2 left there, keep going. Now if you have the time, you know, you really look at all the candles, all the needles, and make sure that what you're left with is quite really even, like 8 to 10 pairs in each area, that kind of stuff. It's quite good to do that, but I don't have the time. So we're working our way through. So we're getting there. So we're coming up down to here now. As I said, the lower part doesn't seem as strong as the upper part. Obviously, lots more sunshine gets in the top. But let's not deter that deter us. This tree should, if we have it nice and even, it should feed evenly. But sunshine always can be a help, obviously. So what I'm doing is going through, in this area, low area, I'm going to probably cut back to the stronger parts and cut the little weak ones off. Because I want to try and balance this area with this area now, because we know that's really strong. Let's make this area just the same amount as that area. In this area, I want to cut back to the smallest. Okay, it's just like, imagine we had back budding happening. You know, that back bud, I want to keep it strong. I wouldn't cut to the smallest. I would cut to the strongest shoots, not the smallest shoots. That's just my thinking. I don't know. Is that right? I'm not even sure. But I'm hoping it seems to work. So, alright, I'll keep going through. Hopefully this video isn't too long. Mixing to this area. But you see, this is quite a small tree, so it doesn't take me long. As long as I'm not wiring and restyling, I can get through these pretty quickly. But sometimes I like to look at the tree, and if it needs a restyle, rewire, then I'll do it. Yeah, there's not multiple buds here. Well, they're quite small, so let's just even out the balance here. There's 3. So we get rid of the top one. Not many in that area. Leave them alone. So this has got a strong one. So I'm just going to pluck a little bit to balance. Most of this area's got only 2 in the one spot from the cut spot. Branch going down, I'll get rid of. So now I'm just a little bit of needle plucking to balance out. This area looks really strong, but obviously because we're on this is on the outside of the tree, so it gets lots of sun. So it has a lot more buds. I'm going down, I'm going to get rid of. So in this case, there's a long one here, and then there's a couple of back buds. So I'm going to cut it back to the back bud. Okay. Again, it's always the top or the bottom, most likely, in this area. That's all I'm going to cut back to. So you can see I'm not cutting anywhere near as much as the top. Unfortunately, it's not that balanced. So maybe got to get a good spot for it in the sunshine as well next year. Here I get 4. So let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. So again, top and bottom only went, leaving the 2 sides. I don't think people should be scared of pines, as long as, if you know they're in refinement, this is all you need to do when they're in refinement. At least do the bud selection, you know, cutting back to 2. That's only can do that if you do your summer work, if you do your summer decandling. This won't be available, this won't happen if you don't decandle in summer. So it's a 2-step process. So you can have a look at my channel and you can see the December videos, December, January kind of videos, I think, where I've done the candle cutting. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. You pretty much just cut all the candles off on a tree that's in refinement. When I say it's in refinement, you're not developing huge branches, you're not trying to make, you know, grow branches and grow trunk thickness and so on. If you're trying to do that, don't even do this. You're not going to be working on this stuff. You're not going to do this kind of work, okay? Because you need all the energy the tree needs to grow and thicken up the trunk. This doesn't do that. So it's much nicer, much thinner. I think I've done it while I was talking to you guys. But yeah, if you're trying to grow a trunk, you've got to let it all grow. You're trying to grow as much foliage as you can. There you go. That's just a quick video. I didn't even stop it, just to show you how quick you can do the bud selection and needle plucking on black pines. Now, I would just maybe spend a little bit more time cleaning up like a little of the needles a bit more, but the buds are pretty much been cut back to 2, a bit more even. This growth is a little heavier, so I really need to look at thinning out this area, just needle plucking a bit more in this area, just to help balance out with this area. And hopefully next time around in December, when we look at this tree again, the candles, cut them all off, start the process again, and then come back in 12 months time, and let's see what the tree looks like with all the new buds, and if it's more evened out. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Nice, quick, short, hopefully video. Quick way to needle pluck and bud select and needle pluck. I might actually clean it up a bit more. If I'm going to do any restyling, I'll do a video on it, but I don't think I will. But I will want to repot this tree. Hopefully in this coming season, in spring, I will do it. I have the right pot, and hopefully that will work. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that little video, and see you next time.